She is the daughter of Jamaican music legend Tommy Cowan. Pastor Sara Cowan is expressing her artistic talent through the spoken word, and she joins us now. Morning, Sara. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Morning, Dahlia.
How are you doing?
Better than ever, living my best life.
Awesome. Well, you know, it's one of those things. Daddy is a big legend. Siblings sing, musicians, producers, all over the family, but not Sara.
No.
Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried?
Some efforts do go unrewarded, and that is one of them. I can't sing. I want to sing, but I can't lip sync, like Milli Vanilli.
Right, right.
I can't lip sync.
But you know
But
what?
I want an album.
Yeah, yeah. So your talent is the word.
Yes.
Yes.
Chat.
How did that manifest itself?
I think when I was small, I didn't speak early. So that was one of the things, is that I didn't start talking, but once I started talking, I couldn't stop.
Yes.
And then they used to call me RJR and radio, because I wouldn't just shut up. And then I realized, this is a strength.
Yes.
And I love words, did really well, like in literature and language arts, didn't do good in everything else. But I mean, those two things, I realized that words is a powerhouse for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've authored books, I've written, devotions, just you name it, I've written a lot of things. So I love to write and I love words, and just wanted to use my voice to be able to encourage people and build people up, because too many voices are used to tear down. They used to say, like, sticks and stones may break my word, but words will never hurt me.
Yeah,
but
man.
we know it's a lie. So we need those words to build us up and stop tearing us down. So I think it just manifested because my whole family, my dad MCs, and he used to take me on the stage, and I used to MC and announce for him. And I started, I think, doing it from then, and then ended up just loving to amplify whatever message, but always wanted to make sure that the message was going to let people be happy and build them up and be encouraged.
Yeah, and Sara, it's coming from a place of truth for you, in that
Yes.
words have been a source of healing in your own life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just really gone through a lot of different circumstances, whether it is sexual assault, sexual abuse, physical abuse, abandonment, rejection, separation, just the murder of my mom, just one thing after the other. It seems like things would just come and tumble. And a lot of times in our life, things come one after the other. And they say, when it rains, it pours, and you wonder, can I catch a breath? But I find words to be so powerful. Let me tell you that words are so powerful, because there's a Japanese study done in a book called The Hidden Messages of Water. And in the study, it showed how these different bodies of water, whether they were from the Himalayas or from lakes, were taken, and they began to speak and label the water. And the water that was labeled with things like hate and rejection, the molecules in the water were so fractured and dismantled. But when they spoke over the water with love, kindness, generosity, prayer, they look like snowflakes. And our bodies are like 70% water. So you realize that whatever you're saying is going to have a direct result and impact on your life. And I learned that early, that I feel good or feel bad based on the thoughts I have and the words that I say. The Bible would call it, faith, by things that you hear. And so realize that what ended up happening to me is, in times of desperation and frustration, I can either argue and agree with my situation through my words, or I can disagree with my situation through my words.
Yes.
And so my dad would say to me, you have the same amount of energy. You can either use the energy and utilize it for a negative thought, or use it for a positive one. And I realized I feel much better, lifting myself up, because sometimes you have to be the person to lift your own self up. Sometimes people are not there. And if you don't have a certain way that you can start looking at yourself and do self-inventory and speak to yourself and say to you, no, you better get up. No, let me tell you this. No, let me tell you something. Walk forward, move forward. You have this ability, you have this talent. You don't get to say that to you. Listen,
Sara, it is important, because, listen, the negative words are coming, and if you need to say these to you so you can balance what is happening in your life. And so now you're gifting us with Build Now. It's an album.
But yeah, this
spoken
one is a
word.
single. Yes, a single, and
The
then we have
singer?
more coming.
No, the album is album I reach, Sarah. But tell me about it. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So Bill now, so Bill now is kind of like, based on every make a muckle, right? No
Yes.
matter what you have enough to start and you have enough to finish. God will give you more on your way than when you start. And so kind of when I was reading Genesis one time and I realized, wow, he used dust and created an entire human race. Dust. So if you think you don't have nothing else and everything pop down and break down and all you have is fragmented pieces, you have enough to start. You have enough to do something because the gift is not what's outside. The gift is within you. And you have that same creative divine ability to take something small and multiply that into something greater. It doesn't matter what pushback you get. It don't matter what rejection you get. It don't matter who laugh at you, who criticize you, who don't understand you. What matters is if you can look at this and say, listen, it's a seed. I put that seed in there, and it's not just a seed, it's a whole tree. And it's not just a whole tree, it's a whole forest. As long as you can realize that you can build right where you are, then you won't regret where you are, and you won't live in the past by carrying it forward. You'll begin to start manifesting your future because you're taking today and building one step at a time, one step at a time. So that's kind of the whole premise of Build Now is start. Because we're always going to have something to push us down. And if you don't figure out that what you have is still enough, then you resent the little in your life. And the little things become very big things. If you plant them, you sow them, whether they're negative or positive. So you and I have something right now we can offer, but we hurt ourselves and abandon ourselves in a moment by disassociating with ourselves, saying, listen, you know what? I don't have enough. I don't have enough in my pocket. I don't have enough connections. I don't have enough education. No, hold on. You know one person. You have one ability. You know something. Yes, you absolutely have it. So that's my thing is let me tell you something. Right now you can build. Right where you are.
Right now you can build. All right, so you've done, so I know Build Now is one, but you've done a couple of other tracks. Yes, and so... And they're supported by music.
Yes.
So where do we find them? I know you have a website. Talk to me. How do we find them?
So you can find me at pastorsara.com. I'm a digital pastor, so that's why I like to brand myself because I love everybody, anywhere, at the gas station, anybody can come in, right? So pastorsara.com. You can find me on Instagram at I am Sara, S-A-R-A, Co, for Cowan. I am Sara Co on Instagram. And you can find me on Facebook as well. On Twitter, I'm on TikTok. I mean, they're everywhere. So you can find me for sure. But PastorSara.com will lead you to all my social media. Have free devotions on there. You can, all my books are there. You can go on Amazon and find my products and stuff as well. So this is a new venture. So we have a fusion. We have a spoken word fusion. That's kind of to have it. I feel like I'm going to be there. Don't tell him I said this, but you see, like how Sean Paul came in and fused reggae, papa, and everything together. I just feel like I'm going to be the female spoken word fusion. A joke.
Listen. Many are working on it, and you have pushed out ahead. And so yes, if you want to be the female Sean Paul of the industry, claim it. Claim it. No, man, word sound power, you never know. Word sound power, you never know. Sara, wonderful speaking with you. I look forward to listening to the track.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right.
See you later.
Pastor Sara Cowan. All right. More after the break. We'll be right back.
Join things together. Big things aren't just a culmination of a bunch of little things. Not every make a buckle. God himself used dust to build a human. Jesus himself now used 2 pieces of bread and some fish to feed 5,000. Nothing exists without the atom. The stars are suspended in vast darkness and endless space. The season is irrelevant. The seed is what counts.